Good morning. My name is Terri Chapman, and I am a member of Ringside, but not a ringing member this semester. But I'm apparently a ringing member a little bit this semester, and a piano player this semester, and an MC this semester. So I didn't really get out of it, but I'm glad I didn't. This is we are a subset of the large group Ring Sarasota. As Dave told you, there are 19 ringers in Ring Sarasota, and Ring Sarasota travels with a U-Haul. So we would have to back up a U-Haul and unload all of our equipment. What you see before you is about 3.5 octaves of bells. The big group has 7 octaves of bells and hand chimes taller than me. So you'll hear a little bit more about Ring Sarasota later, but we like to figure out who's in our audience today. So do we have any handbell ringers in the audience? One, yay, okay. Oh, 3.
4. Many years ago.
Okay, that counts. Good to know. So we'll tell you a little bit more about handbells as we go, but the next piece you will hear actually uses the handbell's little sister called the hand chime. And hand chimes are, they're big tuning forks, and they're more durable than handbells. When we teach little kids, we usually teach them with handbells because they're cheaper and just have a sort of a mellow tone. So the next piece, Largo, will be entirely on hand chimes.
Hi there, I'm Sara, and you see a lot of bell changes going on here. You're going to see that a lot today. In our larger group, people move, bells stay in position. But for this one, you're going to see a lot of things moving around, so bear with us in between songs when we have to do that. What we love to demonstrate for people, most people are familiar with ding-along the bells at church. We are much more than just a church group. In fact, we are not a church group, but we do play at churches on occasion. But we do play well with others. And one of the people that we play well with is a piano. She will be accompanying us on Simple Gifts. We also play very well with percussion instruments since, we aren't technically a percussion instrument. We are the IKEA of an instrument. We're all playing from the same looking music, looks like piano music. The other things that we do play well with are the percussion instruments. We have a cajon that we inconveniently forgot to bring along. We play well with others in that we have gotten to play with the Pops Orchestra a couple Christmases ago. Was a fabulous experience for us, and this coming Christmas look forward to be playing with the Pops Orchestra again. This past Veterans Day we got to play with the Lakewood Wind Ensemble, and that was another fabulous event honoring our veterans. So without further ado, I'm going to go rearrange my bells because I know that my folks that are wonderful and are good at moving bells, they don't know what I want. So.
Thank you for that. That's a fun piece to play. The beauty of handbells is one of the beauties, plus they're also very shiny, so they are very pretty. It's a team sport. And none of the people in this group, and there's probably only one in the big Ring Sarasota, none of us are professional musicians. None of us aren't even have a music degree. So we learned all of this behind the table, a lot of us many, many, many years ago, as kids, some of us. And so it just proves that anyone can play handbells. You ringers, I don't know if you're in an advanced group or a beginner group. I have a beginner group at my church. Everybody can play. I mean, you have to be able to count to 4, but you know, that's kind of a given. What is our next piece, gang? Okay. Oh, this is such a beautiful piece, Shenandoah. we started off with some classical, and then we went to Americana. We have some techniques we'd like to show you, and we'll demonstrate them now, but in the next piece, you will see them in action. So Sara mentioned that handbells are a percussion instrument, which they are, but if you just ring them for an hour, it's pretty boring. I mean, don't tell anybody I said that, but so we have a couple techniques that we like to use. Handbell, there's a whole bunch of them, but what you'll hear in the next piece are thumb dance. Debbie, can you do a thumb dance? So it's basically a staccato note on a handbell. We have a tower swing. Larry, can you use a big bell to do a tower swing? So that's a cool, when the whole group does it, oh, it's awesome. Cool. And it's more powerful on the bigger bells. We also have in the next piece echo rings. So maybe Sara could do an echo ring with bigger. So it makes like a womp, womp kind of cool sound. There's lots more. Susie, can you do a mart? So a mart is just kind of a pop, stick into the table. Do it one more time. Yeah, there's like 3 inches of foam here, so we don't worry about our bells smashing them on the table. But you're not supposed to smash them. You just hold it here and march. Now, the trouble comes when you combine a tower swing. Larry, do a tower swing. With a mart, becomes a wall mart. You laugh, it's habit.
We have a lot of bell changes because, most importantly, we are going to introduce to you the bell tree that Kathie is going to be using to perform Amazing Grace. And not to put any pressure on us, but this one just makes my heart sing. It has a very special memory for one or more people in our group. So hopefully we don't get teary-eyed. We hope that we put a smile on your face when we're all finished with this one.
Since they're, still
I don't usually get to hear the bell tree right behind me. Boy, was that was a treat. I'd like to speak a little bit about, while they're changing their bells around and putting things back together, Ring Sarasota, a few years ago, the big group decided that we wanted to do something that wasn't just for us. So we developed an education initiative where we share handbells with the community. Well, guess what? That's what we're doing today. We're sharing handbells with the community. Ringside does that a lot because Ringside doesn't need to travel with the U-Haul. So we can go into nursing homes and we can go into churches and we can do programs like this, educational programs. A few other things that we do, we hosted a Ringing 101 class. This will be last summer was our second annual, and it's open to everyone who wants to try bells. No commitment, no money, no cash, no cost, you just come in and play bells. This past summer we had 30 people in the room. We managed to scrounge up enough bells to do that, but and a few of them went on to find a church choir to ring in. So I have one in my group that came from Ringing 101. And the other thing that is near and dear to my heart is Ring Sarasota sponsors me to go into a school in Bradenton. It's a charter school in a low-income district. They have no music program. And they got a grant to buy chimes. So I teach 30 children from ages 5 to high school how to play chimes, how to read music. And they do 2 performances a year. One is at Christmas and one is in the spring. And the entire group, all 19 ringers of Ring Sarasota, show up and they cheer the loudest for these kids who are just so precious. So whatever gift you are willing to give, and I know there's a lot of arts programs around, but be confident that your gift is going to be used in a really good way, and those are just 3 examples of what we're trying to do in the community. What's next? Oh, this is a fun one. This is a fun one, trust me. see, handbells are not just for church anymore. I don't know, we could come up with an alternate worship title for that last one. That would be fun to play in church. But a lot of handbell music is an arrangement of a tune you know. In fact, Ring Sarasota, the big group, and Sarah will talk about our upcoming shows, we strive to play music that people know so that it's familiar. So that's a lot of arrangements. But we do have, this next piece is by a composer named Jason Krug, and he's a prolific composer. And most of his stuff is for about 5 to 7 octaves, but he did come up with a book that is geared toward just small ensemble ringing, and so the next piece we're going to play is from that book. But I just want to let you know that we do have our very own handbell composer in the group. I'll give you a hint, it's not one of the 5 bells. And Larry has published 2 original compositions and 1 arrangement, and they're fantastic. The big group has played them, and we're just so super proud of our Larry, our little clapper. This is the commercial. Starting the first Sunday of March, we will begin our performance of our season 16 shows, which are Ocean Vibes, cruising with Ring Sarasota. So we're going to be taking you on an imaginary cruise. It's a vibe, not accurate. That's very important because we've had some arguments amongst our own group of that doesn't happen on a cruise. Well, it happens on our cruise. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have 5 shows starting in Port Charlotte, then we're closer to Sarasota at First Presbyterian, Peace Presbyterian, Trinity Lutheran, and we're going up to Lake City for an overnight trip. That's going to be a lot of fun. We have a percussionist that travels with us. We have that 15 to 20 foot U-Haul that we haul all of this goodies into. And so we do have some postcards out front. Some of the shows are for a fee, others are free. So free and fee, they go together.
totally worth it because we have worked very hard at it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And notice that I stress the word show, not a concert. It's going to blow your mind. We have video. If they would let us do fireworks in these venues, we would find a way to do that. So, enjoy our next one. Now we're going to go into the patriotic realm here with Johnny.
Sarah, I think all of the postcards have been given out. So to find out about the shows, go online and look up Ring Sarasota, and you will find the schedule that way.
Ringsarasota.org.
We also have tickets available for the show at First Presbyterian right down the street, which is March 15th at 4 p.m., I believe. And it has the same logo on it. So if you want to buy a ticket for $20, you don't need a postcard.
And guess what? Robin has those tickets
I
with
do.
her.
Thank you on their behalf. I just sat there. Sarah mentioned our shows, Ring Sarasota, the large group of 19 ringers. Our Ocean Vibes show, I mentioned tunes that you know. We're playing Margaritaville, Pirates of the Caribbean, Sail Away, the Enya, or Orco Flow, Moonlight Serenade, Blue Tango, Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid. So the whole thing has a script and dialogue and visuals and a storyline that runs through it. So this is not a handbell concert. I'm sorry.
No, we are not, Ronnie.
Did I just say that? So this show is going to be fantastic. So fantastic, in fact. Ring Sarasota has developed a reputation of creative, audience-centric shows. And we sent in an audition, extensive audition, to perform at the National Seminar in Cincinnati this summer, and we were chosen to be one of 7 groups. Thank you. It is thrilling. That U-Haul is going to Cincinnati, and it takes a lot of gas. So if you are as excited as we are about the Giving Challenge in April, I know that you guys participate as well. We would love to get a little support to take us to Cincinnati. But more than that, we would love to see you at one of our shows because course, that's why we do what we do, right? Just to share our love of handbells. What's the next piece? Continuing the patriotic theme. I don't know if you can tell, but I love doing this MC part. And there is a hook back there, so at the risk of them getting the hook, we have time for just a couple questions. Does anybody have a question? Yeah.
My question is to Larry. In addition to distributing the notes to the various musicians, is there a specialized orthography that you use to indicate what kind of a bell mark it will happen? And is that a universal one, or is that individual to the group?
I'm not quite sure I understand that whole question. When it comes,
mark the different techniques.
right, there are specific marks in belldom. There's a whole page of them. That there's like a little dot over things that are hand damped. There's a triangle that means you march. So there's a whole bunch of those. And they add new ones every year, actually, or a lot of times they throw some new things in on us.
And that's universal among bells?
Among belldom, right. There is a gentleman who was one of our gurus who actually wrote a book about assigning bells. And we all generally use his format for assigning and using that notation. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, mine's a little more basic. Are we to understand that the size of the bell correlates to like what would be in a choir, right? Like there's sopranos, there's altos, there's tenor, there's bass baritone, because it seems like that's how you're set up, and if I'm trying to listen to the discrete sounds, that's what it seems like to me. I'm just curious.
It's more like a piano taken apart rather than voices. But we do have separate designations. The high bells we call the treble. The middle bells we call the battery, and the bass bells are the bass. And we have the big group has a bell. How big is it? Our biggest bell. It's made of aluminum, so it's liftable. But those we call the buckets, and the babies are an octave higher than Kathie's C. We have a C8, so it's more of a piano kind of designation.
One follow-up, thank you. Is everybody sight reading, or are people familiar and have practiced their specific parts?
Well, that's great. No, they don't. They're not sight reading. We sight read at the beginning of the season when we get our new music, but we all have our own. We all have identical music, and we're using foot pedals to turn the page. I guess you figured that out. Just not using the mic because it's feeding back. Yeah, we're practiced.
Okay.
Yes.
Mine sounded.
I'm sorry.
When you practice, can you practice alone?
Good
in your
question.
own part?
Can you practice alone? Sarah, how do you practice at home?
When I practice it on our iPads, we also have, for the season music, we also have the MP3 recording of it. So when I'm home by myself, I've got all of it, so I'm finding my spot, making sure I'm hitting the same time that the music is hitting that's playing. Some people use wooden spoons as their bells. Some people, like myself, some people use hairbrushes. I use 2-pound weights because the bells I generally play are 2.5 pounds each. So it's the closest I can get. So I pretend, and I even have them color coordinated so that I have my natural bells and my accidentals.
Yeah, you had a question.
Practice.
Oh, practice,
How
yeah.
long is that? Violinists are 3 to 6 hours a day.
Yeah, well,
That's a bit.
you could say that if we count the home practice, but at Monday night rehearsal with the big group, we are there for 3 hours. So that's once a week.
And this group's been practicing for about 3 hours.
Yeah,
On a different day.
on this repertoire, yeah.
So I have a question about your uniform. You all are wearing these black gloves. Are those a special type of black glove? The sticky technique on the sticky adhesive on the surface? What are they?
Gloves are a bone of contention with a lot of handbell ringers, and there's been a movement to not wear gloves. We, personally, I like gloves for 2 reasons. Number one, when you're teaching kids bells, it helps them respect the instrument, right? Because, and your oils from your hands get on this bronze finish, and you just have to polish them more. We have people in our big group that will not wear gloves, don't want to wear gloves. It's easier to pick up bells faster without gloves on. They're not special gloves. Some of them have little rubber grips on them, but it's really a personal preference. I like the look of gloves. Ringside apparently likes the look of gloves, but it's only to protect the finish on the bells. And you can polish them every time if you want to. I don't. Yes.
I snuck a look at the clappers before the performance, and there are 4 points on the clappers. 2 of them are padded, and 2 of them are not. Could you speak to that?
Yeah, he's speaking about the clapper. You can see it most on the big ones. It's a setting, hard, medium, and soft. So we do not, although beginner handbells, my husband plays handbells, and if I tell him to play soft, he will turn the clapper till it's soft and then hit the bell. It's not a volume control, because the volume control comes with how hard you hit it, right? But for example, when we played with the Pops Orchestra, we had everything on loud, everything on stun is what we call it. And if you're playing on Good Friday, you might want to turn all the bells to soft. Just get a uniform kind of piano sound. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the clapper only goes one direction. So if my beginner group is shaking their bell and it's not doing anything, it's not working. It's broken. So you have to. And believe it or not, there's a sweet spot in every handbell, and there's a little score mark in here. Sometimes you can see it in the good light.
where a guy at the factory, and I've seen this happen, is in a padded room, and I mean, I guess I would be too if I had to do this all day. And he turns the bell and he listens and he turns it and he listens. It's insane, kind of ears some people have. But okay, one more.
When you did the chimes, at one point, the one lady, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, she picked up a black one. What
Oh,
was-
it's a piano. It's a piano. It's an IKEA piano taken apart. These are the black keys. These are the white keys.
Oh.
And on the bells, the handles are different. Ding!
Same on the bells.
Same on the bells. For this manufacturer of handbells, there are two main manufacturers of handbells. They're both within 10 miles of each other in Pennsylvania. One is Schulmerich and one is Malmark. These are Malmark bells. Schulmerich bells have all black handles. So beginners don't like them because you have to look for the note. On this one, you can glance down and see the black goes away. Yeah, one more. I know.
Okay, your bells, you have a cone and a clapper and a handle. What are the percussion? that
What
you
makes
were
the
playing?
percussion?
No, you,
You mentioned percussionist.
What's he playing?
Oh, our percussionist in the big group?
no, it looks like an instrument. It looks, the
It
block.
doesn't look like a percussionist.
Right, it's.
Oh, what's the percussion?
But this is
No,
percussion.
the block. You played
Oh,
one
this,
song
the
with
chime?
it. Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's a hand chime. So it's the same as a bell, except for,
So is it wood instead of metal?
no, it's metal. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I was gonna mention this later, but afterwards, come up and play around. You'll be able to get a better look at it and see what,
We'd love to have you come up and
Yeah.
try these out.
yeah, we do. But they're gonna get the hook, so let's play some. Okay, one more.
Buy your own bells?
Do we buy our own bells? Some people have their own bells. Kathie has a couple at her house that she's collected over the years. No, these bells belong to Ring Sarasota. Yeah, so,
I think we have about $100,000 in instruments.
they ain't cheap, right? But, no, we don't own our own bells. It would be really fun to have them at my house, but.
That's why we use hairbrushes.
Yeah, hairbrushes. Okay, what's next?
So gratitude was you.
Oh!
If any of you bell players would like to play this last piece, I'll sit out.
I love this piece. Remember how I said alternate worship title? This one does not need an alternate worship title. It's called Psalm of Gratitude. It's by that same composer, Jason Krug, for ensemble, and it is just one of my favorites. you so much for being here today. We love to share this, and you've been such an awesome audience. After this last piece, please come up, try the bells, talk to them, see their music, and we're just really grateful that we got the chance to do this, and thank you for being here.